Raila Amolo Odinga is the only cause of violence in Kenya. By the way, Kenyans have never fought for anything else, not land, not nothing, but the results that Raila Amolo Odinga has disputed. History has it, since 1982, we've been going to war. We've been fighting each other. We have had civil disobedience. We have had chaos because of Raila Amolo Odinga. He is the only reason why Kenya is experiencing violence, why Kenya is experiencing instability, because after every 5 years, he refuses to accept the election results. And you know what is funny? Even his friends have been electoral commissioners, the chairman of the electoral commission. We had Isaac Hassan, who was his friend. In fact, Isaac Hassan was once an ODM candidate. Wafula Chebukati was his ally. Wafula Chebukati, at some point in time, he was an ODM candidate. But despite all that, when Raila Amolo Odinga loses elections, he turns against them, he refuses to accept the election results and calls for mass action. But before we get into the details as to why, and also to look at the scorecard of the handshake, if you are new to this channel, I want to ask you to take a minute or less to subscribe to this YouTube channel, so that when we do another video like that, YouTube will automatically inform you. Now, after, the chaos have happened, violence has been meted, the government has been paralyzed, they need to sit down with Raila Amolo Odinga and talk, and also shake hands. The question is, what happens to the families that lost lives during those chaos, during that violence? What happened to, for example, baby Pendo? What happened to baby Mtinda? What happened to the family of, Msando? Raila went around the country in those rallies, speaking highly, speaking with anger about the tragedies that happened to those families. He went around the country mobilizing people against government, using the name of baby Pendo, using the name of Msando, using the name of baby Mtinda. But immediately he got what he wanted. Immediately he shook hands with the president. Have you ever seen Raila speak about Msando? Have you ever seen Raila speak about baby Mtinda? Have you ever seen Raila Amolo Odinga even visit the families? The moment he gets the handshake, he, only bargains for his family. He only bargains for the people close to him, his allies, the elites. They get their space, which is strategic in government. They loot after 5 years. He gets money. He comes out for another elections. He loses. He brings violence. And the circle goes on. People's lives are lost in the process, but there's nothing he does about that. For example, the other day, he called for Maandamano on Monday. Lives were lost. 2 people died. Raila has not even sent a condolence message to those families. But what does he do? What did he do? He got time and went to visit this sham of Uhuru Kenyatta, the farm that was attacked, the Northland farm. But he has not gotten time to go and visit the families that were affected directly by this violence. The people who died in the process of protesting for him to get what he wants. So, you go for this violence, you die for Raila Amolo Odinga. After you die, Raila moves into government, shakes hands with the person in power, he bargains, he gets what he wants, you are forgotten, and that is it. Even when Raila is in government, like in the last election, he does not advocate for pro-mwananchi issues. Anakuwa bubu. Raila anaingia kwa serikali anakuwa bubu. We had a high cost of living even before the elections. He was part and parcel of the handshake, but he did nothing about it. He never addressed those issues. He was part and parcel of the scheme that saw our fuel, the price of our fuel to go up. He asked the legislatures of ODM to support that bill. He was part of it. So he's now coming right now with that issue to move the masses that, is bargaining so that the cost of living can go low. But the moment he will get what he wants, trust me, you will never see Raila Amolo Odinga. You will never hear of him. Atakuwa tu bubu amenyamaza, anakula na serikali, and you'll be suffering with your families while you're suffering. In conclusion, my dear friend, what are you going in for tomorrow as you prepare to go and join Raila Amolo Odinga in this Maandamano? Your life might be lost in the process. The only thing that your family will be left with is a mark of a graveyard just right outside their doorstep. Raila Amolo Odinga will move on with his life. He will get into government. That is if William Ruto will, agree to shake hands with him, or he will agree to cooperate with him. Yeah, and he will go there and loot. Definitely, that's what he wants. He wants to look for an opportunity to loot so that his family can prosper. But he will not visit your family. He will not help them in any way. And if you are the breadwinner, know that you leave your family suffering more. What I want to tell you is that, the cost of living is a situation. It's temporal. It's for a moment. But your life is permanent. Once you lose it for absolute. You'll not come back. So, be very careful on what you want to engage in. Because after all, this Maandamano on the cost of living is an afterthought. Initially, Raila Amolo Odinga, he was coming out to protest because he feels that his election was stolen. It was not because of the cost of living. He came out saying that this government was illegitimate and all that before he realized that whatever is advancing or whatever is advocating for doesn't have the touch of the common mwananchi. The situation we are in is temporal. It can be addressed anytime. The cost of life can come down. But your life, if you lose it permanently. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel and leave us with a comment. Let us know how we are doing. Thank you.